They ask you questions, give them answers. You on the show to spill the truth, no need to lie, cause you wanna look cool, be authentic. If you ran the streets, tell the story how it really went, because somebody like me might know how it really went. Steve J, Adam A, Rose City vets, Shotgun Big A, if you know the rest. It's more than a podcast and people letting out stress. It's even more better. They ask you questions, give them answers. You on the show to spill the truth, no need to lie, cause you wanna look cool, be authentic. If you ran the streets, tell the story how it really went, because somebody like me might know how it really went. Steve J, Adam A, Rose City vets, Shotgun Big A, if you know the rest. It's more than a podcast and people letting out stress. It's even more better.
So you got this crew started, this gang, family, whatever you calling yourself. How long did that last?
A couple years.
And why did you end it? Did you end it, or you just said, fuck this, man, I'm tired?
Gang Task Force ended it.
Yeah,
Gang Task Force ended it.
That happens.
We got so big. There was all kinds of, out in the Groton area, like especially out by Pequannock Bridge, Navy Housing, between those two areas, it got so big. There was knife fights, ambulances, kids getting hauled off to the emergency rooms, holding on to the inside of their stomachs, hanging out because they got cut wide open. It got out of control.
How big did it get? Like, how big were you, yo?
We were.
And then you just Connecticut area?
Between Groton, Norwich, New London, Montville, Taffville, all that kind of shit, it was close to 100, 150 between there. And then it traveled all the way down to Virginia Beach. In the Virginia Beach area, it was huge from what I was told. Somebody went down there who lived out in the Groton area and went down there, asked permission to start up down there. I gave him permission, and it went out. He said it got out of control down there.
How did that make you feel to have more power than you had before? Because you were just a soldier in the other crew.
It was.
Now you're like the fucking man.
It was. I was more than a soldier in the other crew.
But you know. But
yeah, with this, I didn't like it.
Why didn't you like it?
It got out of control.
You more power.
Because all these here I am at 19, 20.
A little older, a
little wiser, watching these kids who are 16, 17, 18 cut each other open and send each other to hospitals to try to kill each other. And
for absolutely nothing, probably sometimes.
It was really over nothing.
So you didn't learn nothing
because one person rolled with somebody else.
How to run it.
I did, but it was so big that it got so out of.
Respect for you?
Nah, probably not.
That happens. That happened.
So
when the kids
Gang Task Force got involved and whatnot, started tearing it down.
And what happened?
And I walked out.
You got arrested?
No, didn't get arrested. Made everybody cut ties. I dropped the whole thing. It was out of control. These kids were gonna get killed if some of them didn't already.
So you had a conscience?
Yeah, at that point I did. At that time I did. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it when I did it, and then probably about 4 years later, what really set it off to cut ties, hustling, and everything else is I had my kids.
And your kids made you feel a little bit softy,
yeah. That's when I started turning. Mashed potato. That's when I started getting that dad bod and dad mentality.
Yeah.
You know, I started doing things right. So over the last 24 years or so, I've been working on me, working on my family, by my kids and whatnot. And
when so you're in the crew. By the time you have your kids, the crew is just almost done, right?
The crew was done by then.
Okay.
By the time I had the kids.
Okay.
By the time I was 24 when my daughter was born. 25.
When did you meet your baby mom?
Right when that family died.
Right when it died.
Yeah, right when it died.
So she was there to pick you up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Make you her new parent. What was that like, meeting your new woman?
My ex-wife?
Yes.
I was in my glory.
Yeah. How did that go, being married?
Like a fart in church. Yeah. Not too well.
How'd you guys meet?
Friend of hers introduced me to her. We went over to her house, over my ex-wife's house at that time to have a few drinks and hang out, and it took off from there.
And then you guys got engaged. What was that like? Like, how was your relationship? You already told everybody. We just got to go over
At first, it was good.
Yeah.
And then she got into all the bullshit with the drinking and pilling and everything else she wanted to do, and which is her business. Too many people on here know me. I don't want to get too, blow her spot up, get too involved with anything and names.
Well, the other one didn't have no voice.
And yeah, right.
So you had kids before everything went downhill. How many kids you have with her?
2.
2 kids. Boys, girls?
1 girl, 1 boy.
Okay, nice. Now, did you have your son first?
No, my daughter's older.
Okay, so what was that like, having a little girl, like, being born? Was you there when she was born?
Yeah.
You cut the umbilical cord?
No, I wasn't there like that.
Why weren't you? You guys were married?
I can't remember why.
Oh, okay.
I had serious problem with the drinking back then.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So does that kill you, knowing that you fucked up for being there?
Probably, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Knowing that, I could have been a better dad for my... I'm not saying you're a bad dad.
Yeah, no.
So don't take it like that.
No. I could have been better by not, but at that time, being 20...
Would you take it back?
Yeah, who knows?
I mean, everything's a lesson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So...
Right, it's a good lesson or a bad lesson, whether you learn or don't learn.
But having that first child, how'd that make you feel? And not only having the first child, you're having a little girl.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Excited. I was, remember the feeling I got where I was God, king of the world, running these sets?
Yeah.
It was like that. But the positive side of it.
Right.
No negativity whatsoever. The kids were my blessing.
So when she came home, what was that like? Did you hold her and not want to let her go? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I made this beautiful young lady.
Oh, God, yeah.
Her daughter's very pretty. Beautiful young lady, very nice, sweet girl. I did this.
Yeah.
Even though I've been a dick, I survived a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the first thought.
God blessed me with this. What was it like? Did you have any regrets on some of the things you did in the past? You know what I'm saying? And having this bad reputation or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, man.
Yeah, but I put it behind me, so.
Now I got my daughter, but now my daughter's going to know everything that I've done in life because somebody out there is going to be like, yo, your dad was a piece of shit. Or
no, she knows.
Jerk,
she knows. A lot of people told her, and I still hung out with some of the same people.
But back then, like, was that on your heart?
No, that wasn't in my head at the time. In my head was, God damn, I'm good. Look at this kid.
Yeah.
Most precious thing in the world.
Yeah. So you had a little girl first, and then how long after did you have your son?
A year and a few months.
So you had a little boy next.
Yeah.
Man, every guy wants to have a little boy.
Yeah.
What was that like? How did that feel? Were you there this time?
No, it was an emergency cesarean with complications.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So.
What happened?
They said he was born breech. He was coming up breech. He wasn't breached. Took him out from the stomach, cesarean, whatever they do, too fast. It burst a hole in his lung.
Oh.
Yeah. The hospital fucked that one up. Somebody dropped the ball on that shit.
I guess so.
The whole thing. When they were trying to bring my ex-wife into the emergency from the room she was in to go do the procedure, her IV and shit was caught in the door handle, and they're trying to pull her, and I'm holding on the bed trying to yell at them, you got her hung up on the damn handle of the door, yada, 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 while they're trying to tell me to let go and grab me. It was just one cluster of shit after another.
So you have this little...
But he's healthy now. And
good. That's good.
Good kid.
But you have this little boy now, all right? Now you got a man, a young baby boy.
Yes, sir.
That could take the reins of my life. You know what I'm saying? Be the man that I was.
Yes, sir.
Is that what you want? Do you want your son to be a better person?
I want my son to be a better person.
Was you a better father? Did you tell your son you love him? Did you?
Oh yeah. I was there for both my kids more than my.
Did you do everything your father didn't do for you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Did you want to be like that though? Did you say, yo, I'm not gonna be like my fucking dad? And
I just did what I did.
You know what I'm saying?
It had nothing even to do. Never even thought of it because it was so long. Right. You know that I just did what I did to be a father. It had to,
but it's still in your heart, bro. I don't care how.
No, it didn't. I don't think personally. I don't think it influenced any way of my fathering skills whatsoever.
Right.
I just
but
did.
You wanted to be a better father than your father.
Well, everybody does, don't they?
That's what I'm saying. But
subconsciously, maybe, but I don't feel it had any influence what I went through to change the way I raised my kids.
Did you want your son to be not in the street?
Oh, of course.
The street life.
Oh, of
stay
course.
Away from that.
Of course. Neither of them. I don't want.
You know what I'm saying? You just want them to be good, hardworking people, to have better life than you had, and you know.
Oh yeah.
What does your son do?
He does mechanic work.
Okay, so he gets in the cars like you do. Kinda.
Yeah.
And then your daughter works for you.
Yeah, she's also does builds houses, tile work, flooring, siding, all that stuff.
I like the stuff you do, handyman, like handy woman.
Well, she worked for a construction company that helped get off the ground. I hired her and she was there.
Topics of discussion all depending on the mood of the person in the interview. As long as you keep it true, don't be lying for some views, cause we might just know you in real life and beyond. Lights, camera, it's on. News, life and beyond. Real life, real people, real discussions. Different people saying something. Everybody got a story to tell, so tell Steve J and Adam A, you tell. News, life and beyond. Real life, real people, real discussions. Different people saying something.